right, what's up YouTube? Gibson Guy here, and I've got 5 tips you're not gonna want to miss for Modern Warfare 3 zombies. Let's get right into it. Number 1, you're gonna want to decide before you go in, what is it that you're going in for? Are you gonna do your missions? Are you trying to knock some out? Are you just looting and collecting guns? Are you leveling up a gun? Are you just wanting to make friends and assimilate with other squads and just kill tons of things? Are you just wanting to train a bunch of zombies and you know, run around in the red zone searching for Easter eggs? Whatever it is, loot up for that scenario, which is number 2 tip of the day. Number 2 here, loot up for that scenario. You need to think about what you're doing. I've only got some items here for my soap operator here, operator 1. I'm going to go in, let's say that I'm solo, right? I need to understand gun selection is important. What do I have that will help me as a solo player? You know, I can pick things. Do I want mobility? Do I want firepower? Leveling stuff up in general within the game with ammo mods and other things, you know, pack-a-punching things, leveling up their rarity, you know, from green, blue, purple, whatever it is. So that's huge to remember. The next thing is looting up for within your rucksack here. You've got your acquisition stash, schematic crafting. What is it that you need? Again, if you're within a squad, all 3 of you, you might not want to pick and use your raw Ethereum crystal right away because you're going to be able to handle the hordes of zombies much easier. So maybe save that for when you're solo and you want to do missions. Or if you're solo, you want to run around in the red zone or something like that. So you don't want to just use the best stuff because you have it. Let's say I've got a stamina up here. But if I'm alone and I don't feel like I have enough time, depending on what I'm going to go in to do, that I will go find a stamina up, and I just kind of want to get going on this mission or on this objective that I have in my mind. So I'll use that if I'm alone. I'll use this if I'm alone. I don't have a blue, whatever the heck it's called, ether tool in my stash at the moment. I have all these cryo freeze mods, just a sidebar, because there's people that my viewers can't find a cryo freeze mod to save their life, so I have some to give them so they can do that mission. Everybody hates that mission. Point being, here's the uncommon tools. I don't have everything unlocked right now, but think about what you're loading in for. If you're going in alone, you're probably going to want to use the epic tool or the rare, at least if you have it. Don't waste it in a squad when you have the ability, because of the squad, to obtain these items more frequently, rather than if you're alone and you got to pull more weight. You know, the zombies don't get weaker because you're solo. So, you know, the monsters don't get weaker because you're solo. So think about that when you're loading in. All right, and for tip number 3, this one's a more practical one. If you load in or you have a throwing knife, use that. That's going to kill a lot of these zombies in one shot. Unlimited knives. Just pick it back up, keep going, train them up. The next thing though is that it changes your melee to a knife attack. Much more effective in 2 hits. I realize that that might seem like a bit underpowered because you have to hit them twice, but if I didn't have knives, it would do this. Okay, that's a lot more hits than just these 2. See that? And then also, again, even in zone 2 and 3, you can one knife zombies by throwing them at the zombies. So that's huge when you're in a you know, if you're exfilling or something and there's a bunch of zombies inside the helicopter. I just start throwing knives all over the place, man, and those things die in zone 2 as well as 3. So very, very powerful way to manage the trains or when you're just surrounded. It's massive, massive, massive tip. Look at that. See? All right, so for tip number 4, we're going to talk about a good way to get essence, also better loot, that sort of thing, while exploring the map. So my favorite, it's kind of personal preference on what you enjoy. Doing contracts is probably the quickest way to get essence. I've already started a bounty contract where I get 2,000. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to go take this guy out. get our 2,000, and get the heck on out of here and start up another contract. All right. Also, there's loot right there. I get my reward, right? Okay, there we go. Let's go start another contract, get more essence, get more loot, so on and so forth, and just knock them out, get a car. There's no car around me, so I couldn't even get a car. But hey, this is huge, especially when you're gonna be in well, let's say you get a car. Look at this. You know what? Let me take out these guys. You guys are interrupting my video. Oh my god, I ran out of knives. Okay. All right. Ether nests. Huge ether nests are huge. Okay. Hold on. This guy's just interrupting my video. All right. Strongholds. Whether it's a mercenaries camp or stronghold, infected strongholds are huge as well. You're talking about those ether nests, which is this emblem right here. Those are huge for loot. There's always chests in there. Those are the ones you're going to want to go do when you're just looking for things, okay? Bonus tip for essence. If you come across these harvester orbs right here and you destroy them, they drop a ton of essence. Super, super huge. They also drop loot, so now I have a green. I can equip that. I just got an extra, I don't know how much essence. I'm gonna have to go back and check the video. At least another 2,000 probably, just for taking care of that. And now I can almost pack a punch. All right, and for tip number 5, it's pretty important, but also really simple. Zone number 2 and 3, the high level zones, have much better loot, much more essence rewards for those contracts. And when you're going into those strongholds, when you're going into those ether nests, much better loot and actually give you kind of what you're looking for. For example, I was on the cryo freeze mission where you needed to kill or freeze 50 zombies and 10 dogs, I believe. I could not find a cryo freeze ammo mod anywhere. And I had the hardest time all day. You know, call it bad luck, but that's the truth. I hated being stuck on that. And if I would have just known, for whatever reason, I didn't put it 2 and 2 together, that zone 2 and 3 had all that loot. You know, there's missions for turret ammo mods. That was hard to find as well. I had a hard time. I needed to go to zone 2 and 3 to start getting more variety of those seemingly rare items. So you have those missions where you need to find sentry guns, etc., etc. Go into zone 2 and 3, you know, pack a punch at least once or twice. Takes a lot of work. Go in with what you need. Again, figure it out. Going back to number 2, you know, tip number 2, loot up for the scenario. If you're solo, but you need to go into zone 2 and 3 for that loot to do those missions, you know, maybe take in the raw Ethereum crystal so that way you can have at least a pack a punch level 1. Take that blue ether tool so you can have a blue gun, you know, so on and so forth, right? Load up with the squad for that help, right? Have them also help you loot. Help each other out, right? So that's sort of the situation here. Zone 2 and 3, again, to summarize, much better loot, much more essence for those things so you can afford to pack a punch more, afford to buy more ammo mods, afford to you know, buy whatever you need from the buy stations, that sort of thing. And let me know if there's any other tips that I've not mentioned in this video that you know of. A lot of people play different ways. I realize that I did my best to provide my 5 best tips, but there might be something I left out. So let me know in the comments down below what you think is important that people should know. Help each other out, squad up, maybe find your new best friend in the comment section. But if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe with notifications on. Gibson Guy out. Have a great day.